Shalom. First and foremost, as always, we give the glory and the praises to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, Rakathi Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, Ba'asham, Rekah Kudash. Always we give double honors to our apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to our sincere brothers in all sincerity, pushing His truth throughout the four corners of the earth, risking their lives week in, week out to feed the lost sheep of Israel, and shalom to the hopeful elect. All the praises is given to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai. Amen. Wow. I haven't thought about a name. I just thought about it a second ago. I haven't thought up a name for this video. But I have a quote here. A quote. And it says, "Wisdom is not the intelligence you see in the classroom." And I tell you what, I could put up my hand to that. Right? Rather, it is the intellect one manifests in dealing with the challenges of the outside world. The real intelligence, right? The real wisdom is to deal with the things that are of this world. Although we are not in this world, okay? We're not in this world. It's the things that are out of this world. That is the real intelligence. Yeah? So let's go to John. Let's go to 1 John. Chapter 2. Start at 15. It says, Christians should not love the world. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world. And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof. But he that doeth the will of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai abideth forever. Abideth forever. Right? That's the real intelligence. Because boy, I tell you what, that classroom thing, I was never one for school. I was always the last one out of the classroom. Yeah? When it came to any kind of tests, I was always the last out of that classroom. Okay, it made you feel bad. You know, why am I always the last one out? But that was my lot. Okay? But I tell you what, I've learned something over the years. That being last is not always the worst. You know, that's why the scriptures, the last shall be first and the first shall be last. Okay? There's good things in being first. There's good things in being last. There's good things in being last. There's good things in being first. But I could say some things about that being last out of the classroom. And looking back, you think about life. He says, wow, what is life about? This is why the Lord is not a respect of persons. Yeah? Is intelligent being a good thing? It's very good. But at times it can go against you. You see the balance? Sometimes being slow can go against you, but it can be an advantage sometimes. Yeah? That's the balance. But back to this thing is that the real challenge is this world. Living in this world is a real challenge. And you only can get that real intelligence is through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai. The real intelligence. Okay? Because when you think about it, when you're in that box, you got the people that are out of the box. All right? We don't want to be a part of that world. We want to be out of this world. All right? But when you think about it, the people that are out of the box, right, because you're not of this world, you could move back. You have nothing stopping you, nothing hindering you. But the people that are in the box, they can't come out because they got the people around them, preventing them. And that is closure. You can't, that is suppression. So, when the Lord chooses you, to come out of this world, right? You're on the outside looking in. It's best to be on the outside looking in. Yeah? So I read that in John. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. And that's why it says that do not envy the oppressor. Do not envy people for what they have. Yeah? Just stick to your lot. Stick to your lot. And I tell you what, right? It is a beautiful thing for the Lord to wake you up. Hey, we're going through the trials and the tribulations. It doesn't feel nice. We're going through the pain. It don't feel nice. It doesn't feel nice, the daily pain, but the Lord is, he's finding a way for us. He's finding a way for us. Right? So we mustn't really envy people, because going back now, like I said, the last should be first, the first should be last. I could tell you some events that happened to me. And when I look back, I said, wow, that is just, you learn some things as you go along. What is it really about? Here's another account again. I used to do a job. I used to be an engineer. And I used to go around to people's houses, fixing their central heating systems, yeah? And I remember one day, this is why it mustn't, and I tell you what, right, I went to some beautiful houses, right? And, in the flesh, you're working so hard. Oh, when I tell you about hard work, I've been through some hard work, yeah? That when you go home, you're crying, man. You're saying, boy, I have to get up again tomorrow, another day tomorrow. Them days, boy, was, man, I tell you what, the money was good, but the stress, the pain, the struggle that came behind it. No, just to look up, just to think about it, it's too much, yeah? And this is why now, I tell you what, kudos to you brothers, man. I'm telling you from now, kudos. Let me look at the word kudos, hold on. Let me check that word kudos. Right, it says, praise and honor received for an achievement. Another one here, compliments or congratulations. Right, so that means like you're congratulating somebody. You're giving somebody compliments, kudos. And I'll say this, right, to you brothers out there that working hard every day. I have to say this. Kudos to you. Yeah, and you got brothers that are sick, that doing the work too. But you have some brothers that go to work every single day. Because I know what that work feels like. That work is not nice. When you have people against you, you're trying your best, you people holding you back, you got jealousy, you got envy. And I'm telling you, it's pointless. It's pointless. That's why the last shall be first and the first shall be last. Take those words serious. Take it serious, those words. The Lord knows what he's doing. Yeah, but at the time you don't understand. You don't understand. But when the Lord has woken you up, still take those words serious. The last shall be first, the first shall be last. Okay? Do not envy. And like I said, back to this thing before I said about the kudos. Yeah? So you brothers, keep it up, yeah? You're working. You got your family to deal with. You got your financial problems. You have everything to deal with. Plus you're going to work. And you're coming home, you're doing your laboring, you're doing your videos, you're going to the highways and the byways, week in and week out. That ain't easy. Kudos to you, brothers. Yeah? You got some brothers that do working on the sites. That's damn hard work. All right? But it's all a lot. Everyone's lot. Yeah? But you must respect a brother that is working hard for these devils. And he's still doing the work for the Lord. It's not easy. Yeah? It's not easy. And for you brothers that are on the highways and the byways by yourself, that's another thing again. Again, that's your lot. But for you brothers that are laboring on the highways and the byways every single week by yourself, imagine anybody could come upon you and you're by yourself. But that's the Lord. You have the power. You have the faith. Yeah? Being in a group is totally different from being by yourself. I couldn't do it. That's why I just look at it. You have to look at this. This truth is in different angles. You have to respect a brother that is doing that. Plus he's laboring. He's going to work every day. Yeah? You have to keep it real at times. Because you've been there. All right? Uplift a brother's spirit. I'm not talking about going on a one-off. I'm talking about you have some brothers that are out there by themselves. So again, kudos to them. Kudos. Compliments to them. Congratulations to them. Right? So like I said, I used to work and go to people's houses, and man, sometimes you might see all 4 or 5 cars in the driveway. And you go in their houses, beautiful houses, and don't get me wrong, you went to some shitholes too. Some terrible houses. Yeah? But 90% of the time, because the job I had, the company I used to work for, it was like, upper class people that used to use us as a company to do their work, right? And I tell you what, right? And you mustn't envy the people, man. Envy. And I tell you what happened. One day I went to this flat, this house, and I saw this woman standing outside in a nightdress. A nightdress, but she's out there during the day. And she's talking to a man. So anyway, I introduced myself and said, I'm coming to service all your boilers. And apparently this woman, which I didn't know, she owned the whole, about 15 houses. And straight away I said, wow, what a lucky woman. What a lucky woman she owned. Why couldn't I be like that, to have a place like this? I'd have to work for anyone, right? But don't get me wrong, to maintain that is hard work also. But to be self-employed and to, not work for anyone, I said, boy, that's good. So I thought, wow, I wish I was in that position. Then later on now, the man came to me, but apparently he was the man that was, he's the caretaker of the property. It's about 15, 20 flats. houses and 4 bedroom, 3 bedrooms. It's in a rich area. And he said to me, to cut it short, he said to me, "Do you know that woman that you saw me speaking to?" I said, "Yeah." "She owns the property." I said, "Wow, what a lucky woman. What a lucky woman." Yeah. I wish I was in that position. And you know, he said to me, "Well, I tell you this though, she's dying, right? She's got cancer and she's dying." Now, if you saw this woman, you wouldn't think of it. Yeah. And then straight away you think, wow, you know, what is it really about? You know, to have the things of this world, and you're going to lose all that. You're going to lose all that. Is it really worth it? Is it really worth it? And like I said, I've seen some things during work, and wow, it's like it wakes you up. And especially when the Lord brings you into this truth, right? And it's not finished yet, because many are called, few are chosen, right? You're chosen to be called, but you need to be chosen to be chosen, if you know what I'm saying. Right? It don't finish yet. You don't finish. So I said to the man, wow, you know, you can't judge things just by face value, right? You can't. So that's that, right? So let's go to Job. You see, it's all about the things of this world. We want to get away from the things of this world, right? Let's go to Job. You know, sometimes, you know, we feel so low, brothers and sisters. We feel so low, man. Wow. You know, low. It's like, when will it stop? When will it stop? You know? But we have to have used, you know, this is why we need the scriptures. We need the scriptures to keep us going. We need the scriptures to keep us strong. All right? That's the only way out. All right? Because the people are in the box. People are in the world. They're not using the scriptures. The real intelligence is that when you're out of that box, you're out of this world. Yeah? Let's go to Job. Job 1, chapter 13 to 22. No, Job 1, verse 13 to 22. And there was a day when his sons and his daughters were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house. And there came a messenger unto Job and said, the oxen were plowing and the asses feeding beside them. And the Sabines fell upon them and took them away. Yea, they have slain the servants with the edge of the sword, and I only am escaped alone to tell thee. While he was yet speaking, there came also another and said, the fire of God is fallen from heaven, and have burnt up the sheep and the servants and consumed them, and I only am escaped alone to tell thee. While he was yet speaking, there came another and said, the Chaldeans made out 3 bands and fell upon the camels and have carried them away, yea, and slain the servants with the edge of the sword, and I only am escaped alone to tell thee. Oh, I tell you, whether God's with him, the Lord is with him. While he was speaking while he was yet speaking, there came another and said, thy sons and thy daughters were eating and drinking wine in the eldest brother's house. And behold, there came a great wind from the wilderness and smote the 4 corners of the house, and it fell down, and the young men, and they are dead, and I only am escaped alone to tell thee. Then Job arose and rent his mantle and shaved his head, right? That represents mourning. He mourned and fell down upon the ground and worshipped and said, naked came I out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return thither. The Lord gave, and the Lord have taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. It's always the Lord. It's always the Lord. Blessed be the name of the Lord. In all this, Job sinned not, nor charged. When he said charge, he didn't blame. He didn't put the blame upon the Lord. The Lord's foolishly. He did not put the blame on the Lord, right? So this is the real intelligence, right? The wisdom. The real wisdom is that we are not of this world. Okay? We are not of this world. Yeah? We are not of this world. I know we have to be patient, and it hurts every single day. You know, I'm talking to myself too, right? This hurts every day. Like you're saying, when, how long? Yahweh Basham Yahushai. But we cannot be selfish, because the Lord waited for us to come in. The Lord chose us at a certain time. He's also going to choose other people. All right? So we have to be patient. Because remember, some are going to come in at the last hour. Right? So we can't be selfish. Right? Because the Lord has to fulfill all his promise, you know, his word, and there's other people going to come in. All right? We can't just come in and say, oh, fuck it. Oh, I want to go now. Of course you want to go. Of course you need to go. But we just have to wait patiently on the Lord. Patiently. Yeah? But the main thing is that we are not of this world. And we need to get out, and we be patient, yeah? And just pray for endurance, you know? Keep that intelligence going, that spiritual wisdom going. Keep that going. And to keep us strong, yeah? All the praises are given to Yahweh Ba'Sham Yahushai. Brakatha Yahweh Ba'Sham Yahushai. Ba'Sham Rekah Kodash. And double honors to our apostles of Great Millstone that's helped us through, you know, via the scriptures. Okay? Because without them, that's it. We couldn't have learned these, you know, these true sayings, you know, the hidden mysteries. So we thank our apostles for that, you know what I mean? And, you know, to you brothers, you know, laboring, keep strong here. Keep strong. Lord willing, be out soon, yeah? Lord willing. Shalom.